So it looks like the robots from Origins will be returning to Eisendrache. First built in the Giant or Der Riese, they have now been spotted in Eisendrache. What we need to find out is how these robots got from the Giant, which is Lower Silesia, to Origins, which is France, but also to Eisendrache, which is all the way in Austria. So as always, I hope you enjoyed the video and let's get straight into it. Now, if you haven't already seen the Eisendrache trailer, I definitely recommend you check it out. There is a breakdown on my channel. I will link it down in the description for you guys, but straight away at the start of the trailer, this is what we have missed. So initially, all you see is a sky ride bringing us up or coming up to the top of the map. In the background there, we have a town at the bottom of the Hohenwerfen castle. We also see a rocket in the background. We already know about these rockets, but the main thing here is the Origins robot lying on the ground. Now, to get the full view of this, you do have to zoom in, so it will be a little bit pixelated, but what the freaking hell is the Origins robot doing in Eisendrache? I mean, we can see it lying on its front, lying on the ground. To me, this doesn't look dead. We can clearly see its visor. The orange light at the front is turned on, which usually would represent the robot being alive or being turned on. So I wouldn't think it was dead, although it does seem to be down on the ground. Why it was down here, I really don't know. Maybe it's just fallen over. I honestly don't know, but we have a freaking Origins robot in Eisendrache. Now, notice I said the visor looks orange. The light looks orange. In Origins, the light was yellow. So why it seems orange in Eisendrache, either it's just me and I am colorblind, or that light is actually orange, which means something else. Now, we know the zombies' eyes are yellow because they are being controlled by Samantha. Usually the robot's eyes would be yellow, just like they were in Origins. Doesn't mean they are controlled by Samantha, but we know these robots were built by Group 935 in the Giant. Somehow it has got over to Austria in Eisendrache. But if you're still not convinced this is a robot, I mean, look at it, compare it to the ones we got in Origins. You can also see its foot just behind the pathway of the Skyride, and we know Treyarch said in this trailer they are combining everything from the previous game, so all the evil spirits, the demons, the freaking zombies, everything into this one map. But we didn't actually think the Origins robots would be here as well. Now, clearly, this is going to have a main thing to do with the Easter egg. What? I really have no idea. Obviously, this is only just being discovered, but I am really excited for this map already. If you are excited, just drop a like rating on the video right now. That's all I'm going to ask. Anyway, let's get into a bit of background about this, how this could have happened. So, we first saw the Origins robots, well, in Origins. Origins took place in 1918 in France. We know that the robots were built in the Giant. The Giant took place in 1945 or 1946, or they're actually built in Der Riese, which was 1946. We can clearly see in the Giant in the background the construction of the robots actually taking place. So how has this robot got from Der Riese or the Giant to Origins? Now, that one really wasn't explained. There were a lot of theories saying that the robots actually got teleported. We know that teleporters are available in Der Riese, so that's one possibility how they got from the Giant to France, which, if that's the case, that could also have been the reason how they got from the Giant over to Austria or Eisendrache. Simply, they could have just walked. I mean, I doubt they would walk a giant robot over to there, but we know that Origins is taking place during World War I 1918, which could mean two things. Either this map could be taking place around the same time, since the robots were active at that time. That could mean that Eisendrache is taking place around World War I, which would also make sense with the kind of setting of this map, a medieval themed castle. We have all kind of like artillery around the map and war vehicles or stuff like that, so that would fit in. But I'm thinking maybe it's more 1945, just after the Giant. I'm thinking maybe the Origins crew teleport from the Giant and their next destination is Eisendrache. What their goal here is, we're really not too sure. I think it will be involving this Origins robot, but the big problem I have with that is in the Giant, which is 1945, we can see that the robot isn't fully built. So you could say that the robots aren't fully built during this time. So how have they actually got to Eisendrache if they're not actually ready? I mean, we really don't know the time or the date for Eisendrache, so it could literally be a couple of years after the Giant takes place. We know that the Giant is taking place before Der Riese, so the Giants in Der Riese were actually already built. Therefore, when we actually played in the Giant, they aren't built, they're in construction. So we do know that the Giant is taking place before Der Riese, and we can also not see Moon or Griffin Station on the Giant, whereas in Der Riese we can. So there's even more proof that the Giant does take place before Der Riese, but that's getting off topic. We have this freaking Origins robot in Eisendrache. So we have a time or a possible time and date for this map, 1945, possibly 1918, but I'm thinking more World War II. We also see iron crosses around this map, which again would represent World War II, and Nazi equipment, which again would represent more of a World War II style. What are Group 935 doing in Eisendrache or Austria with one of these giant robots? We know that they built them to actually win the World War for the Nazis, but why have they brought one over to Austria? Now, let's take a look at these giant robots in Origins. Like I said, we have different colour eyes for some reason. If you guys know why the eyes seem orange in Eisendrache but they are yellow in Origins, let me know what you think about that down in the comment section below. But we also had a dead robot in Origins as well. Take a look at this picture up on screen now. You can find this just outside the map. There is a dead Origins robot lying on the ground. This time this robot's eyes are not lit up, so it is clearly just turned off. It is dead. But we had 3 giant robots in Origins. Their nicknames were Thor, Odin and Freya. The robots were created by Group 935 to help Central Powers win the Great War, but the 2 main scientists who built these were actually Maxis and, well, Edward Richtofen. Of course, we both know them. They contributed to the construction of these giants. And according to Richtofen, the building of the giants was only possible due to element 115. Now, we know in Eisendrache there is a massive supply of element 115. So you could say maybe these robots, maybe this robot in specifically, was actually built at Eisendrache. So like I said, this was possibly a research base for Group 935. We know they're experimenting on element 115 because, well, this is literally when they first discovered element 115. They started to play around with it. But anyway, these robots, if you haven't played Origins, were a massive part of the Easter egg. In fact, there is a light at the bottom of their foot. When you shoot that light, you can actually transport up to the top of the robot's head, and inside of these robots' heads you will find all different Easter eggs. That is in the map Origins. What they are going to be doing, or what this robot in specific is going to be doing in this map Eisendrache, we really don't know. We can guess it's either part of the main Easter egg or some little small Easter egg that we have to do. And also, a lot of people have been pointing out to me that there is another giant robot within here as well. Now, I really can't see it, but I am going to show you the position where people are telling me it is. Take a look here on the mountain. People are telling me you can see a frozen giant up the top right. I really don't know how I'm supposed to look here. I can't see anything, but I'll let you guys deal with this down in the comment section below. But that's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. I think Mr. Waffles actually noticed this first, so I'm going to give credit to that guy. He is an awesome YouTuber. Link will be down in the description below. Hopefully you have all enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure you drop a like rating. As always, that would be much appreciated. That's all I'm going to ask. That's all I'm going to ask. Like I said, you can get your free evil muffin. I know you want that. I know you want it. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you want to see some more Black Ops 3 Zombies daily. And I have been BlackOpsAmazing. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.